We would like to take this opportunity to welcome you and your family to Hiline Homes. We know you're excited to start on the construction of your new home. For that reason, we have produced this video and the printed building guide to help you complete each phase of the building process efficiently and understand your role as homeowner. Getting ready to start construction. Soon after ordering, we will connect you with your Hiline Homes pre-construction manager. They will assist you from this point to the time your foundation is being poured. Your introductory meeting with them will include a review of your homeowner packet. You will find a detailed description of the items listed here in your printed building guide. Please read it carefully. It is important to communicate with your pre-construction manager during the beginning stages of your project. They are a valuable resource to keep your project moving forward. When these items have been completed, the pre-construction manager will meet you at your home site to verify the location of the home and prepare for the start of construction. Prior to the start of construction, you, the homeowner, should prepare the following items: written verification of construction financing to Hiline Homes, obtain building permits and have an accurate physical site address, temporary power and water, course of construction insurance, site prepared with rock driveway, property boundaries clearly marked, and a portable toilet on site. Financial concerns and questions. If you are financing your project with a construction loan, it is important that you use a lender that has been approved by Hiline Homes. Part of your home order includes directions for the lender to disperse funds to Hiline Homes as construction progresses. Please refer to your lender disbursement instructions as contained in your home order documents. This is an important time to stay in contact with your lender, as you will be closing on your construction loan soon. If you are not working with a lender and personally financing your home with out-of-pocket funds, please refer to your cash sale agreement that is contained in your home order documents for details on the disbursements of funds for Hiline Homes. Keep in mind, depending on the phase of construction your home is in, adding options can be difficult or not possible. If you are considering adding an option, please contact your Hiline Homes representative. When you add an option after the home is ordered, it is always completed with a change order and payment is due immediately, either by check or letter from your lender that funds are available. It is important to pay all outstanding invoices to Hiline Homes promptly to avoid construction delays or finance charges. Please feel free to call us with questions or concerns you have regarding financing your project. Plans and permits. After ordering your Hiline home, you will receive an introductory homeowner packet. This packet will contain your building plans and other relevant information to assist you in applying for your building permit. In preparation for your introductory homeowner packet to arrive, contact your local building department to determine what is required for you to submit your application for a building permit. When you receive your approved building package from your local jurisdiction, please forward to your pre-construction manager. These will be placed on your site at the beginning of construction and should never be removed. Your project manager and the building inspector will utilize this information throughout the building process. Good preparation in the beginning stages of your home building project will save you time and money. Site preparation is a homeowner's responsibility. This includes, but is not limited to, excavation, home placement, building and maintenance of driveway, verification of topography, and locating and clearly marking property boundaries. If it appears a standard foundation will not be adequate for a specific property, we suggest you hire a surveyor to determine the actual slope grade to know up front if there will be additional foundation or excavation costs. Please check with your local building jurisdiction, as they may require some erosion control measures before construction begins. This should be done prior to securing financing to ensure funds are allocated for additional expenses that may result. The driveway access needs to be stable and of adequate width so large trucks with trailers can deliver materials and make necessary turns. Maintaining your roadway for the duration of your project is less expensive than the cost of construction delays, loss of labor, towing expenses, or damage to equipment. When issues arise due to inadequate roadway or access, the homeowner is responsible for any costs incurred. Please refer to the pre-construction checklist for items needing to be completed prior to the first site inspection by your Hiline Homes pre-construction manager. When the checklist is complete, you can proceed with your dig-out. The dig-out for the foundation must be within 3 inches of level and 4 feet larger than the home in all directions. Utilities. There are 2 main phases of power during the building project. The first phase will be setting up temporary power to be used during the majority of the time your home is being built. To start your building project, Hiline will need a source for temporary water and a temporary power pole with a breaker box set no more than 70 feet from the foundation with a minimum of 2 20-amp exterior GFI outlets. To start this process, you will need to contact your power company as soon as possible to determine what they require in your area. Generally, you will make an appointment with the power company to have someone visit your site to discuss what is required to have your temporary power pole approved. Frequently, electricians will rent out and install the temporary power pole. The source for temporary water needs to be available at all times with an operational faucet within 50 feet of the home site. The second phase is permanent power and utility connections. The power company will need advance notice to connect and install the permanent power to the home. The permanent power and water services should be connected within 10 days of roughing in electrical wiring inspection approval. Discuss the timeline early on with your project manager so you can coordinate with your power company. If your utilities, septic, or well include an electrical component, this will be an additional expense and effort to coordinate the connection. Typically, you would hire an electrician to do the utility connection and call for an inspection. Low voltage wiring such as an alarm or security system must be completed by a licensed professional. A permit and inspections will be required through your building department. If you want this type of low voltage installed, communicate with your project manager. TV and phone jacks must be purchased through Hiline Homes and cannot be installed by others. This will be performed by Hiline's electrical contractor at the electrical rough wiring phase. Insurance. You will need to obtain course of construction insurance for your project. You will want full value protection on the home and protection against theft, vandalism, fire, wind, etc. on unattached materials. Contact your insurance company for this. When construction begins. Construction begins when you have checked off all the items on your pre-construction checklist and have your introductory meeting with your project manager. This is an exciting time in your new home building project, and we want to make sure the transition is efficient. Here is what to expect. At this point, your project manager will contact the foundation subcontractor to schedule and pour your foundation. Due to the nature of custom home building, the completion date regarding Hiline's scope of work may change for various reasons. While your home is being built, it is important for you, the homeowner, not to store any personal items on the job site due to potential hazard and liability. Also, while workers are on the site, you should not be on the job site as this can violate the contractor's liability insurance requirements and could potentially cause injury. We all need to do our part to keep the job site clean during construction. The subcontractors are directed to utilize 2 debris piles and to take any personal trash with them. It is the homeowner's responsibility to remove the construction debris and clean periodically. It is important to communicate regularly with your project manager throughout the course of construction and to finish homeowner responsibilities in a timely manner. Good communication about things like painting, specific cleaning days, and owner-supplied items like kitchen appliances help keep the project moving. If you haven't already done so, by the time the roofing materials are installed, you will need to contact the appropriate Hiline floor covering supplier to schedule an appointment to select your flooring. Backfill and finish grading. To stay on schedule, it is important to backfill around the foundation within 5 days of the foundation wall being poured. Typically, a chalk line will be snapped onto the inside of the garage walls to indicate the fill level, including the downslope to the garage door. It is important to backfill the garage with gravel or other approved compactable material and thoroughly compact it in preparation for the concrete floor. Make sure the backfill is to the line and prepared for the concrete slab, which will be approximately 4 inches thick. Hiline provides 8 cubic yards of concrete for a standard 2-car garage floor. Additional concrete will incur an expense to the homeowner. By planning ahead to have this complete prior to framing, you will save time and money. Changes to your home. Please do not change our work in any way during the construction process. Prior to construction beginning, it is important to let your project manager know if you would like to make any changes to your home. Once construction starts, changes can be very costly or not possible. When an option is removed from the home order during construction, there may only be a partial credit or none at all due to work that has already commenced, such as drafting plans, creating purchase orders, or ordering materials. Any change outside the home order needs to be detailed with a written change order. This needs to be completed before the change can occur. Hiline Homes has a firm policy of putting everything in writing to protect you and make sure your home project runs smoothly. The change order must include the homeowner's signature, method of payment, and be approved by a Hiline manager. If the project is financed, you will need to include a letter from your lender stating the funds are available to cover the amount of the change order. If we can accommodate the change during construction, an additional 15% or minimum $150 change order fee will be charged. Depending on the nature of the change, there may be drafting or other charges. Please make sure everything you want included in your home is in writing in your home order or in a written change order. Moisture control. It is impossible to control the weather, so how can you keep your home dry? Water management methods during construction are site-specific and may be controlled based on jurisdiction. It is important to do research on which method will work best for your circumstances. Here are a few methods homeowners have found success with in building their home. Keep the crawl space dry by installing footing, crawl space, and rain drains. In some areas, draining gutter downspouts into a dry well can help with on-site water management. Make sure the foundation vents are unobstructed. At times, you may need to put a water pump or fans in the crawl space to help keep it dry. Under construction, your home will likely get wet until the roofing, windows, and siding are installed. When roofing has been installed, start drying the interior of your home. You will have 7 days to dry the framing members enough to cover. If you need additional time, contact your project manager. Use 4,000 CFM fans or larger after the roofing has been installed. A minimum of 2 fans per 1,000 square feet in the home and 2 fans per 1,000 square feet in the crawl space. Fans must be on continuously and keep windows cracked open. If your home is excessively damp, you may need to rent a large dehumidifier to remove the moisture. Excessive moisture, if not dealt with properly, can lead to mold or mildew growth. Remove the moisture and mold will not grow. You may need to spray mold killer where mold is present. Drywall and sheetrock. The home must have the permanent power installed and operational before the drywall phase can start. It is important to inspect your home for any moisture-related issues before the drywall phase starts. If you notice any issues or moisture within your home, care for it immediately. When the drywall phase starts and through final inspection, you will need to ventilate, dehumidify, and heat the home. Do not use propane heaters as they produce a high level of moisture. Remember to leave the windows open a few inches for ventilation, as long as their location will not allow rain into the home. This is essential for the drying process. Always maintain the interior temperature at 65 degrees so your home does not create moisture due to condensation. Please inform your project manager if your heat source is not working during the completion of your home. When the drywall phase begins and after the siding is complete, you may install your wood decks and steps or concrete patios. If you install your deck or patio against the wall or under the siding, make sure the home is properly flashed to prevent moisture intrusion and rot. Painting and interior finish. Your project manager will let you know in advance the days to schedule to paint the interior of your home. You will need to be prepared to complete interior painting within 7 days of drywall texture being completely dry. It is important to properly clean and prime prior to painting surfaces. Interior paint will need to be completed prior to interior finishes being installed. Puttying nail holes and joints in wood trim can be done at any time after final trim is complete. Exterior painting will need to be completed within 20 days of drywall being complete. Where paint is required, fill any holes or voids and seal around all nail penetrations on the exterior siding and eaves. Use paint recommended by the manufacturers of the materials where applicable. It is important to properly caulk, prime, and paint the exterior of the home to prevent moisture damage. Your warranty will not cover problems due to improper or inadequate painting or sealing. The schedule allows very little time for cleaning prior to carpet and flooring installation. It is important to plan accordingly, as this cleaning project requires scraping, sweeping, and vacuuming the floors. If it is not adequately cleaned, you will incur additional charges from the subcontractors for their time spent cleaning. Completion and move-in of your new home. Congratulations, your home is substantially complete, and you will be moving into your home very soon. When your home is substantially complete, your project manager will schedule a walkthrough to verify Hiline Homes' obligations are met and to address items that may need attention. During the walkthrough, we will create a list of items that may need to be addressed. This is called a punch list. Punch list items will be cared for in a reasonable amount of time after final payment is made. For insurance and safety reasons, subcontractors cannot enter a home that is occupied or has personal items moved in. The steps, decks, and landings will need to be complete prior to the final inspection being requested. Please follow local codes to pass the inspection when completing any homeowner responsibility items. You may move into your new home once the following items have been completed. Final inspections are approved. Hiline has been paid in full. Punch list items are complete. The importance of home maintenance. Home maintenance is very important to sustain the longevity of your investment. You will find a homeowner maintenance guide in your Hiline Homes closing packet. This is a basic outline of typical maintenance for a home. Depending on the climate that your home was built in, your home maintenance requirements may vary. Also, any appliances and products installed in your home will have specific maintenance requirements. Please reference manufacturer or supplier recommended maintenance schedules. Don't be alarmed if you see a few things happen to your new home. Your concrete may crack. There is no way to prevent this from happening. This is a common characteristic of concrete. You may also see cracks in the drywall, which you can remedy by using spackle and paint. Moisture can come in many forms and penetrate different ways. Proper home maintenance can prevent or minimize damage caused by moisture. For example, the roof needs to be kept free from moss buildup. If moss is allowed to grow, it will cause the shingles to separate and can cause roof leaks. The gutters should be regularly cleaned out to avoid clogging downspouts. Any exposed areas of the home, such as windows, doors, electrical penetrations, siding seams, roofing, and roof valleys, should be properly sealed and maintained regularly so they remain clean to prevent water intrusion. If you notice condensation on the inside of the windows, this is a sign you have excess moisture in your home. Most moisture problems are from the occupants introducing moisture into the home with daily use of showers, clothes washers, cooking, etc. Use a dehumidifier inside the home, open windows or window vents, and use the exhaust fans regularly. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to build your home. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. If you have any concerns with your home, please contact the construction department of your local Hiline Homes office or email us at customercare@hilinehomes.com. Thank you once again for your business, and we wish you years of wonderful memories in your new home.